Hello. Well, we have a big announcement that I'm very curious about. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix my hair here. Okay. Trying to find like a good I have the White House here. Let me share it. You know, I've been yeah, I guess I should get rid of these things so they're not in our face as much. Where is it? Hide. And let's get rid of this right now because my whatever you call it is over, right? Sorry, I'm just kind of last minute. I want to share. I have the White House on live here, but there's nothing there yet. Refreshing. There's nothing there, and I've been doing my research, and I'm really not supposed to be broadcasting news. Of course, I'm not monetized at the moment. Here, I'm going to get rid of the nature sounds. But there's nothing there to watch, so I don't know. I'm just trying to find. I know AP, everything is copyrighted. I'm not supposed to broadcast it if I'm monetized. I'm not monetized. Just trying to find something interesting. I don't know. All news. Oh, look, there's something. Oh, that's something else. Live. A new location. What? I don't know. This is I don't know what this is, but I guess we can mute it. Let me see what it is here. It says President Donald Trump is announcing new location for Space Command headquarters. That's what it says here on Fox 9. Share this tab instead. This is what I'm looking at. Okay, President Trump announcement. It's over here. This is something else. Okay. Okay, here's the... They're still not showing anything. It's more interesting to go to a news channel, but just trying to be legal. I'm trying to prepare. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because I'm not monetized. I just won't be able to monetize these videos, once I get monetized. That's the only thing. Let me just see what I've got to choose from here. I mean, AP, it's kind of annoying. Here we go. Here's the... I don't know. Wait, do I have... I don't know if I have this. Share this tab instead. This is AP. There's nothing. It's the White House. And I think I've unmuted it, right? Yeah. It's live. There's nothing. Do I have the... I mean, I do have the volume on. There's nothing. We're waiting. He's late. It says it's 2:18 p.m. Yeah. I guess we can just change it to this one. share this tab instead, okay? And when they come on, it'll be right here. All right. Well, new command. Why would he come out and do that if, I think there's a lot more going on than what their Fox 9 is saying. That's not true. I don't know. I'm probably so I don't know. I probably don't know. I don't know. So, I took a day off and now I'm getting back to work and this caught my eye. Tomorrow there's a big press conference for the Epstein victims that I'm going to live stream. And I don't know. Yeah, that's Congress. So I can probably do that for, I'm trying to be legal. So I don't get any copyright strikes, but I'm not getting any copyright strikes for the news programs I've live streamed. I just don't know if I can monetize them later if I'm, I don't know. I don't know. I have to look into it more. I see people do it all the time. Maybe they're just not strict about it because this is public news. It's government. Government news is in the public domain. It's just their, AP or whatever news program. Their camera angles, their footage is copyrighted, even though the news itself is not because it's in public domain. And I don't know. I just think it's really hard to be a content creator, with all these copyright laws. It's like there has to be a way to make it simpler for a little guy to um, create content, that might, their commentary on the news, etc. And I guess maybe that's why they're a little lax about news coverage. I mean, it's so ridiculous that we can't publish it and comment on it and not have an issue. I just it make people with money, they just have all the controls and they make it really hard. News organizations, etc. They just make it really hard for some normal person to create content based on the news. Let me go to the page and just refresh it, make sure I'm not missing anything. Here it is. Wait, is it here? Yeah. Okay, let's try it again. Let's refresh it. There's nothing. Nothing. He's late. What the hell? It's 2:21. It was supposed to be at 2:00. And this is the AP. Okay. It says, yeah, Trump announces Space Command is moving from Colorado to Alabama. That's what it is? That's all it is? Oh, here, it's muted. This is why it's so silent. But it was silent even when it's not muted. That's a beautiful picture of the White House. Can you imagine when he's going to have to cut down trees, isn't he, to build what this thing he wants to build over here on the left? Some I don't know what it is. Banquet hall. I mean, that's going to take up a lot of space over here. It's going to look terrible. It's going to cut down trees and I just can't believe that that's legal for the president just to unilaterally decide, okay, this is what we're going to do with the public building. And the other day, he was caught, somebody was caught throwing out bags over here on the left side of the White House, like garbage bags. I think it was out of this window that's hidden by a tree here. They were just throwing the stuff out of the window. Actually, you know what? I think it was the back of the White House because it had different windows. It was probably in the back, and there's some kind of restaurant back here that happened to people who were dining at this restaurant in the back. Maybe it was. they happened to catch this, and that's the residence, the president's residence. They were throwing garbage bags out the window. If you need to throw something out at the White House, here, let me just reduce this because I need to get back to my page here. If you need to, actually, I guess you didn't really see what page I was looking at. I thought I had switched the tab. Sorry. Yeah, it must be the back of the White House. I guess I can show. See, this is what I think is technically not allowed. I mean, copyright wise, to show, news clips. And yeah, even if I mean, you have to provide commentary and transform it significantly. And that's what I do here. But I don't know. There's just no. It just sounds like it's still risky, and everybody does it, and I guess it's just unofficial, and I just don't think it should be that way. I think there should be laws that make it really clear that individuals who offer commentary and interpretation of the news they are showing, which is the actual news is for the public. We don't pay for it. We turn on the TV and we get it free of charge. Now, yeah, I showed a clip of CNN. I I have a subscription to HBO Max, and that's how I get that. And yeah, I can understand that's a subscription service. Yeah, I was violating that. But, news that you can get on any channel, whether you have a subscription or not, I just feel like that should be in the public domain. And, you're advertising the news, the news that is broadcasting that news. They're getting free publicity on your show when you live stream it. So I don't see what the problem is. And you're transforming your content by commenting on it and interpreting it according to how you see things. So what's the problem? See, I'm on the White House website because this is public domain. Live news from the White House, a governmental agency. This is in the public domain. One thing we can do is watch this little clip. I see a little clip here that they posted today. President Trump's, it says 11 life lessons. I'd like to know his 11 life lessons. Would you like to know? Let's watch it. I'm just trying to see how everything looks here. Let's go and watch Trump's 11 life lessons. Why not? This is the first. They posted it out there on the 2nd, but here it says the 1st, which was Sunday. Okay.
Let me share some of the biggest lessons I've learned from a lifetime spent building dreams. First, if you think that you're too young to do something great, let me tell you that you are wrong. You're not too young. In America, with drive and ambition, young people can do anything. Second of all, and very importantly, you have to love what you do. I rarely see somebody that's successful that doesn't love what he or she does. Third thing is to think big. You're going to do something, you might as well think big, because it's just as hard to solve a small problem as a big problem, and it's just as much energy and everything else, except the result is going to be a smaller one. So love what you do, but think big. Fourth is work hard. Work hard. Fifth is don't lose your momentum. You just want to keep it going, and you have to know if you are losing it, you have to know when you're losing it, so maybe you stop, and maybe it's time to stop. Number 6, if you want to change the world, you have to have the courage to be an outsider. In other words, you have to take certain risks and do things a little bit differently. Otherwise, if that weren't the case, everybody would be successful. Number 7 is to trust your instincts, common sense. You can go very far in life with common sense. 8th, everybody should believe in the American dream. It's real, it's there, and it's right before you. 9th, think of yourself as a winner. The power of positive thinking. In recent years, too many of our young people have really been taught to think of themselves as victims. But in America, we reject that idea that anyone is born a victim. Our heroes are the ones who take charge of their own destiny despite the odds. And next is to be an original. The old-time greats were people who had the confidence to be a little different. God only created one of you, so don't try to be someone else. Finally, and most importantly, never, ever give up. I've learned that perseverance is everything, so whatever happens, no matter where you are in life, stay optimistic and just keep pushing forward. Never let anyone tell you that something is impossible, ever, ever, ever. In America, the impossible is what we all do best.
Wow. I'm impressed. I actually agree with that. That entire video. That is like one video of Trump I completely and totally agree with. Wow, amazing. I didn't think that was possible that I could agree um with Trump on anything, but I do agree with all that he said in that video. Okay, let me just go back. The White House. No, that's just another video. Let me just go. Where are we? Okay, so whitehouse.gov. Let's refresh. Where are we? Close. News. Trying to find. I guess I have to go to another tab and just redo it. White House, I guess it is. .gov. Oh. Where is this? What happened to the... Where's the home page? It's not showing me what I want. I just want what I had before. So I can... It says America is back, but this is not the home page. News. Briefings and statements. Presidential actions. Executive orders. No. Come on, just White House. Where? President Donald J. Trump. Now I can't get it back. I don't know why. Oh, okay. This is not it, though. This is not the same as it was. Live footage. Press conference. Press conference. Trump announcement. There we go. And well, I'm going to put on PBS. See, I don't know. I don't know how to make this expand. We're not going anywhere. It says PBS. Waiting. 2:30. This is really annoying. I don't want Fox. Here's the Associated Press. Let's see what's happening. Here, I'm gonna put it on mute. But it's really hard to not broadcast the news, right? When you're waiting for something important. Here it is. It's just silent. Look at that. Where is he? What's he doing? Okay, let me close all these tabs. I'm just trying to get that page back. There it is, live White House. Okay, but I don't know. It says live news. Okay, here we go. It's kind of boring though for you to see that. It's unmuted. So pretty, isn't that? Oh, look at all these flags. This is what Trump did, didn't he? Put the flags there. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe he put some over here too. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I think. I don't know, why isn't he on time? If it's just a routine announcement about, what do they say? What is it? Expected announces Space Command is moving from Colorado to Alabama. If it was just something routine like that, he wouldn't be so late. I mean, is it routine that he's late like this? 2:34? It was supposed to happen at 2. I mean, I guess it's common that he might be a little late, but not this late. Um, our scheduled press conferences usually for president, US president, for President Trump, usually late. Let's see. They never start on time. Why press conferences never start on time. Okay, I'll share this tab instead. Okay. Make America late again. Why press conferences never start on time. This was back in 2017, a long, long time. Look at how different he looks. So reporters covering Donald Trump waited 167 days between press conferences. On Wednesday morning, I guess that's today, journalists waited another 14 minutes beyond the event's scheduled 11 a.m. No, this is not. This must have been back in 2017. Yes, it was. So they were late back then too. Because politicians are always late, the reporters aren't always punctual either. Government officials want to make sure they have the press's undivided attention, which means they don't want journalists and TV crews to be milling about and setting up cameras as the press conference starts. By coming to the lectern a few minutes after the announced start time, a politician can assure everyone is settled in, but more often it's the star of the show who holds things up. Okay. High-profile polls cram a lot of events in each day, so their schedules don't allow for much buffer time between appointments. These tight schedules mean that if a surprise event breaks, they might need to stall long enough to catch up on the news. Communication staffers dread having their bosses caught off guard. In 2015, House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi was asked about Barbara Boxer's retirement in a press conference. What? She said in response. She paused before admitting she had missed a call from Boxer. She said she wanted to talk to me personally. I thought maybe she wanted to have dinner tonight or something. Delays can also happen if a politician takes issue with her briefing materials. When going through a list of expected questions, she might not agree with the prepared answers. When that happens, the politician might halt everything to sort out her stance. There can be event staging issues as well. Technical issues with cameras and microphones can be tricky, and sometimes there are last-minute debates about logistics. Can reporters ask questions, or who speaks before whom? Okay, this is just a little piece. All right, so no real answers, but hey, I guess it is common. But is it this common? Is this common to be this late? It is 2:38. It is 38 minutes late. I'm just trying to see sounds of Made in America. No administration has fought harder for the American worker. Happy Labor Day, America. Timeline cleanser. American Steel. I'm going to lose this. I'm going to have to go to the other page because I don't want to lose that page again. Let's go to this one. Articles, news, media, video library. We can watch Donald Trump videos while we're waiting. MAGA wages are, wages are increasing, are rising. I don't want to read. I don't want to play any of their propaganda. I just want to look at some things that are just kind of neutral. They're I guess they have the briefings here. Presidential AI challenge. Okay, let's watch first Melania. Share this tab instead. Let's watch Melania talk about AI.
Are you ready for an AI challenge? Take part in this nationwide initiative to discover, develop, and expand AI's potential. As someone who created an AI-powered audiobook and championed online safety through the Take It Down Act, I've seen firsthand the promise of this powerful technology. Now, I pass the torch of innovation to you. Just as America once led the world into the skies, we are poised to lead again, this time in the age of AI. The President's National Artificial Intelligence Challenge invites every student in America, from kindergarten to 12th grade, to unleash their imagination and showcase the spirit of American innovation. Our educators will guide and empower you through this process to build a brighter, stronger future for us all. Visit ai.gov to register today. Good luck.
Okay. Just trying to see where I am here. All right, let's see what else they got. Media. Video library. That was the best one. That's the best, this President Trump's 11 life lessons. That's the best I've ever, the best content I've ever seen of Donald Trump. I really haven't. Where's all the library? Here we go. Okay, what else? What else is President? Oh, this is the cabinet meeting right here. I'm just trying to find something that's not so MAGA. Make DC safe again. See, I don't think we're going to get a better one than the first one we watched. God bless America, whatever that is. Yeah, we already watched some of this. Samuel Adams. Let's see what that's about. It might be interesting. Okay.
I have been called the father of the American Revolution. I am Samuel Adams. I was born in Boston, baptized in the Puritan faith, and raised to believe that liberty is a gift from God, not a favor from kings. Though my second cousin, John Adams, and I shared a cause for independence, our paths were very much our own. He was analytical and eloquent. I was boisterous and took action. Politics was my calling, resistance my craft. I helped organize the Sons of Liberty, push back against the Stamp Act, the Sugar Act, the soldiers quartered in our homes. After the Boston Massacre, I stood before Governor Hutchinson and demanded British troops be removed